post procedure, we will have our scope connected still. We're going to turn the pump on and we're just going to flush through using the blue piston for about 10 seconds just to make sure there's a clean stream of distilled water. Try to avoid tap water as it can block up the scope with lime scale. That looks pretty clear, and we can also just test the air whilst we're there. And then using a medical grade wipe, we will wipe the patient tube or the insertion tube down. And then we will disconnect our scope. So first we will turn off the power for the processor, disconnect our suction tube, disconnect the air and water bottle. Most of them have a twist fitting. And lastly, we will undock the scope. Next, we will connect our leak tester to our waterproof cap, noting the pin for a push and twist fitting. Then connect our waterproof cap to our pin connector unit, push and twist also. We need to lock off this knob here before inflating. And we should be looking for any pressure drops. Next we will remove our pistons, suction, air and water, pop those to the side, and the biopsy cap. We'll then take our cleaning brush for our scope, and then at 45 degrees through the suction housing. And then through the biopsy channel, so it passes all the way through the insertion tube. Next we'll attach our blanking cap with a push and your biopsy cap. Have your blanking cap for your plug body, and then we'll connect this tubing here to our suction port. Okay, if you don't have a sink, you can use a tub, fill it with room temperature water, and then this is a 1 part Varazyme, 200 parts clean water. We'll add the solution. Don't do this if you're still running the tap because it will cause a bubble bath. Scope is maintaining pressure. We just pop it into the water, making sure the leak tester is out of the water, and we'll just submerge the scope. And take our syringe, we'll connect it to here, and we will draw up into the syringe and flush back through. If you do this half a dozen times, just making sure the solution has got through the channel system. We'll disconnect the blue tubing from the suction port, and we'll just connect it here on this housing next to the light guide post, and then using the syringe, again drawing back and flushing through. We'll take our pistons and biopsy cap, pop those in solution for a few minutes, and the final checks are just to manipulate the tube just to see if there's any further pressure loss or visible bubbles coming from the scope. We have removed the scope from the cleaning solution and dried it with paper towel. We are checking the pressure has not dropped on the leak tester, and we will repeat the cleaning phase using distilled water or saline. I'm going to remove our cleaning kit. And then we will release the dial, taking the pressure out of the scope. And at this stage, only to disconnect the leak tester. And then lastly, we'll hang our scope and our scope hanging bracket. And we can use a piece of foam lagging or tubing to create a tip protector to stop your distal end from being bashed.